Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Dialogue, where, as you can see, I'm in heaven, because I have in front of me, actually, I don't know what I do have in front of me. Tell me, Alexandra, what do I have in front of me?
You have the Asian slaw.
I got the Asian slaw.
With a spicy miso peanut dressing.
Yes, which is cabbage and daikon and green papaya and carrots and...
And Alexandra on one mojito.
and Alexandra on one
Give her
mojito.
two, I'll be dancing on the
And we'll have
stage.
green mango.
So, green papaya salads are one of my favorite things in the world that I got addicted to being in Thailand. So, very excited. Again, so this is part of an Asian menu, and this is the appetizer sort of portion that you consider.
Right.
So you get 3 plates during your meal here, and this is at August Moon, but this is really more mimicking, as you said, your catering business, which is sort of maybe the big focus. So I'm going to let them talk about what's in here and give you even more insight about why you chose this as a potential option for your guests, and I'm going to tell you how good it is.
Excellent.
Okay, well basically the idea of the small portions is that if you eat good food, if you eat food that's well seasoned, I'm not saying this is well seasoned, you'll have to be the judge of that, but if you eat food that is satisfies your brain in terms of how you eat it, you don't need the quantity. Quantity has come from cheap, bad food. Sorry, oh no, that sounds terrible. But I mean, you know what I mean. It's most of the world eats in small portions. It doesn't eat in huge, big plates
And
of
this
one
is an
thing
old
that you
way of
stuff your
eating.
mouth.
I mean,
That's
like
right. It's an
Spanish
ancient way of
tapas,
eating.
Greek mezedas.
The Russian zazukas, you know, the
Yeah.
South African zoresh, whatever. You know, it's all over the world. There is the small portion idea of eating. The Americans have been the ones that have made this idea of this huge
Supersize it.
supersized food, and that's an economic thing. You know, after a while, your mind gets bored eating something that's too big a portion.
Do you really need half a chicken in front of you?
You do not.
Need a giant thing of French fries?
And the
Of course
idea
not.
with August Moon was that people would come and order things and share them and say, oh, I like that, I don't like that, I hate this, I love that, blah, blah, blah. This is too spicy, that's not, you know, and that was what it was supposed to be. Come there, order up, share.
Exactly, and that's one of the fun things both here at the restaurant and that you get to when you're doing if you get her to cater your event is that. But when you come to the restaurant, just to go with that flow, we'll come with a big group of 8 or 9 or 10 people.
Yes.
We'll get 2 of each of the 4 sort of continents which are being featured that day, or the 4 regions, because oftentimes it'll be there's a Bahamian one, or there's a Southwest or Southeast or whatever it is. And then you get to try just all this amazing food. So this, for example, transports me back to Asia.
It's a fun way of adventuring. Yes, it's a cheap form of travel, I like to tell my guests, because eating does broaden your horizons. There aren't many places you can go and have an African menu or something that's Southeast Asia. And if you don't like it, that's okay. You tried it. It's something different. It doesn't come with, 3 gallons of French fries on the side. God bless America. I love you. And it's something
it
doesn't bore you. Yeah.
And there's, again, where else are you going to go in Nassau and get something with daikon in it? You're just not. It's not available, regardless of...
The Japanese restaurants would disagree with that.
And if you really, really hate it, just throw it back.
I'm trying to think. Do they have it at Ichiban? They have it at...
Daikon. Well, daikon's a stock item, so in most places.
So I suppose there's a few places you could go, but I don't necessarily... Oh, I'm sure no.
Yeah,
see, the places where I can afford to go don't generally have daikon sort of in the mix. And that's one of the great things I'd say, too, that was not your purpose, but I think is the great side effect of having the smaller portion sizes, is also that you can come here and have an affordable gourmet meal, whereas it's still going to be more than going to Bamboo Shack. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to say that this is $5 chicken in a bag, but for much less than a meal at Nobu, you are going to have this incredible gourmet experience.
And if you hate it, you just throw it back.
Yes. But that's not going to happen. Trust me, it's not going to happen. So have you got the seaweed salad as well?
This is a seaweed salad, which is seasoned with sushi vinegar.
Sushi vinegar. I do put siracha in, and the Japanese red pepper.
Seeds.
Toasted sesame seeds, and I use ketchup mayonnaise. Of course, the Japanese would have a heart attack.
Yeah. Hey, but that's the other great thing too, is that I'd say too with this model, you don't have to be as strict.
No,
You know, you can
that's
have
right.
fun
We
and
use
play.
poetic license with all of our food, and if we think something will work with something else, we marry the two. This is, I think, a Cambodian pork spring roll
Ah,
with sweet
fantastic.
chili
You must have
dipping
done
sauce.
these just for me.
And we have shrimp onamaki, which is a savory pancake, which is topped with the ketchup mayonnaise
Yes.
and the pickled ginger. So it's really fun and funky, and if you just want to really impress your date, you try that in front of them. And
Yes.
just
The thing
pretend
is,
you know how.
I have
Yes.
always loved combining the sweet with the savory, and I know a lot of people who don't like that, but I do like it.
Yeah, no.
I love those. I love the contrast, and I do like fried food.
But you have to have a
unfortunately.
bite.
Well, and having some of the fried food, I think, again, you get the healthy freshness and the zing, say, with the coleslaw, and that's also one of the great things, I think, that you, I would imagine, put a lot
Did
of
you say
effort to.
coleslaw?
I did say that. We're just gonna ignore that, though.
We're gonna ignore that one.
It's chili. It's chili slaw.
And it helps with those womanly curves. Yes, all of our food is fat-free, no trans fats. No, but I think if you cook anything from natural ingredients, that okay, maybe you'll not be totally calorie-free, but you'll be good for your soul.
But this is for most Bahamians, this is going to be our special occasion food. We're not, unfortunately, able to come out to, despite me saying it's cost effective, it's still not the cheapest food that you can get on the island. So it's still going to be something, I'm going to come here and have my special treat. This is going to be my birthday dinner, this is going to be anniversary, this is going to be, or, you know, celebrating a promotion, one of those sorts of things. And definitely if I'm getting you to come cater an event, it's also going to be something special.
Yes, of course.
So, you know what, if there's some fried food there, I'm going to eat it up because it's a once in a while thing.
Well, you're-
Perfect, that's exactly
You're
what
a
I should
special
be doing.
occasion place, Alexandra. Who knew? You better get
I'm
back
just
to the
saying
kitchen.
for most of the viewers on the show, I would say that's sort of the realm that we're in now.
Absolutely.
If you happen to live out west and you go out to eat a lot of the time anyway, I know you already are making August Moon a weekly event, but that's a slightly different crowd.
But you know, at Twilight, August Moon is closing. We're closing.
You're closing?
That was
We're
good.
closing our doors.
That was a good
yes.
face. Yes, August Moon is closing.
Never mind. Take back everything I just said. So tell me,
When?
when are the doors closing? Come make your stampede now, people. When?
We're closing our doors officially on the 31st of July. The restaurant location is closing. The concept is not.
Okay, that
So
gives me hope.
Stay
Yes, we're going to
tuned.
become like a traveling restaurant. In addition
Okay.
to actually what we're doing is focusing on the catering.
Perfect.
Because catering does allow for a lot more adventure.
I can
And I like
imagine.
adventure.
That's great. So, but people, I mean, obviously you have catering going on right now. Is this,
Yes.
if I have an event coming up, but it's still in July, can I still contact you for
Absolutely.
that catering? So it's not that it's really going to become full force in August. It's just going to be, that's the total focus.
That's the
for-
total focus.
No, August
So
Moon
how
was-
what's your catering company called? Because obviously I've been talking about August.
It's called Events by Alexandra.
And how can I find you? Are you online? Is there a phone
online.
number? Oh, you are online. Okay.
I'm online. I have a website. We have a website, www.eventsbyalexandra.com,
Perfect.
which I can be contacted from, but also through August Moon.
Until July 31st.
But still, no, Catherine's not going away.
Okay.
And we will be entering the world of Facebook.
Yes.
August Moon will stay alive. We are having our special events still. We
Yes.
are going to be available
Okay.
at different venues.
Right.
It's just going to be a little out of the box as far as how we offer our food and our
So
menus.
maybe if people join your Facebook page, then they
They'll
will be
know.
able to
Stay
keep
tuned.
up on top of the news
That's
of
right.
where you're going. Okay,
But
great.
We've been a catering company for over 20 years with the birth of Gregory.
Gregory.
Yes. But we've been a restaurant for a little
5
over,
years.
Oh, yes. Almost 5 years now. And as we say, the restaurant's like our husband that we have to come to every day and keep showing up for. And
Oh,
the
no.
catering
Oh, no.
is like our lover. We have exciting affairs with. So we're excited to go back with our sweetheart. But
So
August-
you're
yeah.
leaving your husband and
But-
you're moving in with the sweetheart.
Oh
No,
my
no.
I think
gosh.
we maybe want to leave this analogy. But so the catering is going to
That's
be
Catherine's analogy.
But so with the catering, this is what sorts of events will you be catering? Is this just if I'm having a wedding, I should think about you, or
no,
what-
we do
you
office
do dinners?
Yes, we do. We do
Okay.
dinner parties. We do luncheons. We do showers. We do everything that you would want done in your office in your place. But beyond that, we will be doing our own events. We
Okay.
have started trickling that into the world to see how it goes. Catherine will be in charge of that part.
Great.
We have venues all over the island that we've lined up, including some seriously exciting new things that are coming up.
So
that
this
we
is
will
sort
be-
of what they have in, I know I went to one in the States where it's sort of these mystery locations and then nobody really knows until like a month before, and then there's this
Absolutely.
blitz of activity. Oh,
Yeah.
so-and-so chef is coming in and we're doing an event at here.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic.
And it will be, the Bahamas, Nassau is a place that you have to keep things exciting and
Yes.
new and keep reinventing the wheel. You can, because most people, I mean, we have a limited market no matter what we want to
Right.
believe.
And it's really great, though, that we've had a lot of new restaurants
Yes.
opening up that are exploring different menus in different parts of the world, and I think that's fantastic because it shows an interest
In
in
Definitely.
food and lifestyle that's growing in the Bahamas, and we just want to add to that.
Well, that's great. So,
Continue to add.
and again, these events will be made knowledgeable on the
They're
August
gonna be
Moon
online, yes.
Facebook
Online.
site or somewhere along those lines.
That's
So
right.
people, go check all of this out, and in case you forget anything, of course, you can always just go write a comment on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Bahamas Dialogue, and I will make sure that these ladies get it and that you're included in their email list or whatever it is that they're going to be compiling to make sure all the right people, all of us foodies, wannabe foodies, gourmands, whatever we think of ourselves, are included and knowing where the good food is going to be.
Above all, I love food, and I love good food, and I've always believed that food should be available to everyone.
Yes.
And I know that it's expensive to hire a catering company. Yes,
Yes.
because basically we're taking a restaurant to you.
Of
It's
course.
not just August Moon. Well, the way the catering company runs is that we set up a kitchen on your site, and we cook from fresh.
Right there.
Okay, so it's not like we're bringing food that will go into a warmer that's been cooked 5 hours in advance.
Yeah. This is
So
not
that's
macaroni
really-
and cheese in the pan and
No.
peas and rice in the pan. Let's be clear, this is good, freshly cooked food.
So wherever we go, the little kitchen goes with us, well, big kitchen,
Yeah.
depending on the size of the party and the size of the team, and we have our deep fryers and our grills and everything, and that food comes to you fresh as I can get it, and hot as
Perfect.
because I have this thing about hot food. So that's how we've always run caterings, and yes, it makes us expensive. We will try to keep August Moon to what August Moon was used to, but that remains, that's the boss lady over here will
Yeah.
run that part of it.
But both those events that you were discussing and just the opportunity to have you as a catering company in my life sounds fantastic. And again, when we were talking about special occasions, and I mean, when I am rich and famous one day, it will be fantastic, and I would love to have Alexandra cook a meal for me once a month. But in the meantime, I'm going to hold off again and say, well, maybe
Oh
if
my
I'm
God.
having a very special, as you said, a baby shower for a friend, or who even knows what, that this sounds
Right.
like a perfect thing. And a lot of the offices, all of your corporate events, I think this is a
Yes.
fantastic
That's
opportunity.
That's what we've been doing. August Moon really started out as a joke.
As an extension of your,
Well, not even.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
it really was a joke.
It really was a joke, and the jokes lasted 5 years.
Yeah.
Still.
It was an outside
well, and
shot.
I have been able to partake of the joke, and it's been wonderful. We are going to go and take a quick break, but then when we come back, I'm going to get to taste some more food, which makes me very happy. We're going to explore some of these recipes a little bit more. I'm still going to see if I can actually pull a recipe out of Alexandra to share with all of you, and we're going to discuss some more about how you can be able to enjoy the fruits of all of her labor. So come back with us after the break.
Harry talking food, Jimmy looking in his head. He breaks you to bush cry.